Hello folks, you join me in my garden with a very sore lip on a very cold day. That's where I burnt my lip on the pasty at the weekend. It's scabbing over. It now hurts to talk and it really hurts to smile, so try not to make me laugh. It is so cold today. I actually think it's colder in my garage slash office than it is out here. I've come outside to warm up a little bit to talk to you lot. Having spent the morning in there recording and editing video, I've decided the time has come where it can't be a garage slash office anymore. It needs to just become an office or an office slash studio. I need to sort it out. For a little while now I've been talking about what I'm going to do when the cold came, and the cold has come and I've been so busy I haven't been sorting it. To the point where Matt, one of my Patreon backers, a very generous chap in my streams as well, sent me some insulation for my garage door, some very brushy stuff to go around the outside of the garage door. I'm actually going to get those set up. Not today, because they're part of a wider plan for this room. And again, it ties into the Patreon, so if you are one of my Patreon backers, thank you very much, because this month your Patreon support has led to keeping me warm and alive through winter. It's been the most valuable month ever. The money from that came through a couple of days ago, and I've spent pretty much all of it this morning on, now let's see if I can get the list right. So a lot of it is to do with this area for the garage door. So we've already got the insulation for the back of it and the brushes to go down the side of it, but I've also brought something to go around the top to fill that gap. I've brought something to seal the bottom to close that gap and to stop any water getting in. I've bought two bolt lock things to drill through to go into the bottom to just sort of seal the garage door in place, so even if someone busts a lock on it they can't get the garage door open, because obviously I've got a lot of expensive gear in here that at the moment is only protected by a garage door and a CCTV, which isn't protection, it's more about catching people. I've also had to buy the tools required to fit the bolt thing. Can't even remember what it's called, the thing that punches holes in metal. What are they called? I'm sure you'll let me know down in the comments. I've got one of those. And then I'll fit the stuff that Matt sent me as well. But I've also bought some curtains, some really big, heavy-duty floor-to-ceiling curtains to just cover across that whole area. Once it's sealed in place and insulated around the door, there's going to be curtains that go all the way across. There's going to be more curtains on the ceiling, because at the moment, that just above that is just a flat felt roof for my garage roof, so all the heat escapes out of there. So I've bought another set of curtains to sort of pin into place just there. It's not ideal, but it's the best I can do on the budget that I've got. I need to sort this floor out, because as you can see, my chair, as nice as it is digging a hole in this concrete floor. So I've brought some square floor carpet tiles and some glue to attach those with. Enough to do 5 metres by 5 metres, which I think should do the whole garage. But even if it just does this area, I'm not so bothered if it doesn't do that area. And then most important of all, because my little heater that I used last winter and the winter before is broken, I plugged that in a little while ago and it broke, and I know this is all out of date, way out of date. That's another job to fix at some point. But because that is broken, I've also ordered an oil-filled radiator, which once I've got all the insulation in place, I can plug in just there where that existing heater is to provide some warmth to the room as well. Get that door shut, that end insulated, heat coming out of a radiator, and we should have a workable, warm, comfortable office space, or at least more warm and comfortable than it is right now. And then I've already earmarked spensies for a future month. It won't be right now, but maybe after Christmas. Got to get that out of the way first, but after Christmas I'm then going to get an enormous bookcase to go across there as well, this side of the curtains, just because I've got so many comic books and pop vinyls and action figures that are just lying around inside the house, lying around on my desk, lying around just gathering dust where Dave's dusting them up, that I'm just going to start moving all of my stuff out here and try and make this a little bit more of a comfortable workplace, because at the moment it's still very much half office, half garage. You can see on the floor we've just got piles of old junk that needs to go up the tip. Once we can't get that garage door open, and once it looks like an office, once there's a bookcase in place, the temptation to dump junk in here will be gone, and I can actually turn this into a proper workspace. If I can get this working, it's cost me about £250 to buy the stuff that I'm buying, which is a massive investment. It's like 1 month's rent on an office, which had been the plan previously, but the more I think about it, the less realistic I think it is to get an office. So I think we're going to sort this room out, 250 quid, fingers crossed it will work, and in about a month's time we'll have maybe not even that long, I'm going to try and get a lot of it done this weekend once stuff starts coming, but before too long, certainly before my 24-hour live stream, this needs to be warm and comfortable. Need a new desk as well. This one broke when I was setting it up and is already falling apart, so I need a proper desk as well. Might even start using the one back there that the TV and the PC are on. So we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Look who it is! What's that?
Don't feel very well.
I've had to pick a poorly girl up from uni. What's the matter with you? Should I get the camera any closer, or are you going to infect people?
No, it's like here. I don't like the light. I don't like the sound.
Well, that's no good, is it?
No. I think it was that chicken I ate.
What chicken?
I got up again at 11 and I ate a bit of it and it just looked nasty. So I threw it away and then I had a wafer biscuit.
I don't think chicken can give you a headache.
And then I went up to class and I just got this throbbing pain here. I can't look at the lights. We just had a test. I answered 4 questions out of 21. I just can't concentrate.
Let's see.
It's not fun.
We'll very quickly go and pick up the PO box and then get you home. Because I've been asked to go and pick. If I hope no one's winding me up, but 2 different people have asked me to go and check the PO box.
Can I have some fries?
What, from the post office?
No.
We can probably sort you out with some flies. PO box collected for Kev from Tom's house. Can you open that for me, please? I haven't got enough hands free from holding the camera. What is it? What is it? What is it? Ha ha ha! Chip spice!
Ah.
Excellent! The original American chip spice with paprika. So this is salt, paprika, tomato powder, garlic powder, onion powder, season on fries. Oh, it's got a recipe for pulled pork on the side as well. Has it got a note or anything in there? Because I think Tom's house is the name of a shop, isn't it? Unless someone's put Tom's house as their return address. Whoever sent that, and whenever you sent it, thank you. That's really cool. Let's go and have some spicy chips.
We just had some chips.
Yeah, but if I'd have known, I could have had spices on it. Let's go and get some more chips. Is that a yes?
No, go on.
Hello.
Hello.
You had a good day?
Yeah.
What did you do?
The Willoughby School.
You went to Willoughby School?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yes.
Splendid. His bag news from yesterday, completely broken. So they sent his stuff back in a carrier bag. But amongst that stuff, we have pasta again. Did you make some pasta again?
No.
So this one's a little bit different from last time. It's got some ham in it. Joe Johnson, have you eaten any of this? It smells oniony and hammy, which is splendid. Slightly different recipe for last week. Someone asked in the stream chat last night if he's just going to make pasta every week. And yeah, he is. He's just making slight variations on the same meal over and over again to get him used to the food that he's making. So just slightly different versions of the same meal, which is very cool. He's getting used to doing them. Dave, stop it! There must be a squirrel in the garden or something. Right, I need to go and sort Dave before I read his book. I don't know what's wrong with him. Hey! What's the matter? Stop it! So, Andy's book for the day. What date is it? This writing gets more difficult to read every day. So, a tricky day for Andy. He's been quite unsettled most of the day and found it hard to join in the class for lessons. He needed a lot of support to do this and get through the day. However, Andy was happy to participate in the cooking activity, helping... Turn that down, please.
There.
More.
There.
Turn it down. Andy was happy to participate in the cooking activity, helping the chopping and mixing. The zip broke again on his bag. Andy got upset about it. Please can you make sure it's working? And Andy is okay about it. Yeah, he's been upset about the zip 2 days in a row now. So we need to get him a new bag or fix the zip, I think. Right, I've just sent an email to Andy's school. He's just gone upstairs for a minute so we can talk very quickly. We're having a few little issues this week, not like major refusing to go to school issues, but he did say this morning as he was getting ready, no red class, which is the classroom that he goes into. He still got ready, got into the taxi absolutely fine. They brought him home in a bus again today, but he is on his own, and he seemed fine with that. It's a bus on his own. It's going to be like that for the next few days because the taxi's getting repaired. That can't be helped, but he's talking about someone, a different named person to the TA that he normally spends time with, and he doesn't like her. We're not going to say her name in case she's watching, but he doesn't like this new TA that he seems to be spending time with, and he's starting to just show the early signs of resisting. So I've sent an email to the headmaster of the school just explaining that firstly we've not been warned that he was being moved to a different TA. I don't know if it's part of them sharing him around a little bit so he's not completely reliant on one person. If that's the case, that's fine, and they just need to maybe slow the transition down a little bit or give us some warning that that's happening, so we're not telling him he's going to see this one that he really likes and he ends up seeing someone else. Because a lot of when we show him the date board to show him what days he's at school, he replaces that with the name of his TA, because as far as he's concerned, he's going there to see her, not to go to school. And if there's days where he's barely seeing her, then those days are problematic. So hopefully they'll come back with an explanation and we'll be fine, but just consider this early warning that pretty much since September, apart from those 2 days where he's off sick, this is the first time since September we've had a little bit of a wobble, and we just need to really keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't develop into a bigger wobble, because the moment he makes that decision again to refuse one day, I don't think it's as simple as, well, just make him go out the next day then. It then becomes a case of restarting the entire process and starting to build up that trust and that reason for being there again. So, fingers crossed, they come back and say, oh yeah, she's just been off sick for 2 days, that's all it is, she's back tomorrow, or something like that. But he's not massively impressed so far this week with this new person. And we don't really know why it's happened because no one's given us any warning that it is. And we certainly weren't able to prepare him for it over the weekend, which, again, is something else that we'd normally want to do. So, hopefully, positive news later today or tomorrow when he replies to me. Maybe. Everything I said in here this morning at the start of the vlog about how cold it was counts double now. It's 8 o'clock at night. I thought I was going to get a night off from being out here tonight because I'm not streaming, we're not doing the podcast, I don't need to make any videos because I've done it all during the day. A rare evening in the house in the warm, and then Pab sent me a message to remind me that the podcast that we recorded last Wednesday still hasn't been released. So I've been sent out here into the garage to edit that together and get it released, even though we're recording another one tomorrow. Apologies if you were waiting for that one. The fact that nobody got in touch suggests there aren't that many people on the edge of their seat waiting for it, but I'm a good boy, I'll get it done anyway, and then I'll be allowed back in the house in the warm. But I will say goodbye to you lot. Now, if you have enjoyed today's vlog, please make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up for us. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and thank you very much for watching.